Hello, it's Jeremy from FlipBros. And look what I did today on my very own Zane character. It's in Zane. Here's my build. It's great. Every item is exactly what I want with all of the correct anointments, as you can see. All of the items are anointed. Very hard to find. Many hours farmed. And here are my skills. Use all my skill points. Let's see. Nothing goes to waste here. Blue tree's the best. I don't really like this red tree, but it's nice sometimes. Here we go! Alright,
So what are we doing today, Jeremy? On your Zane?
We're gonna kill Wotan, the Invincible, solo. Well, we'll see if he's invincible. Pick up some ammo before we get started here because I run out of ammo all the time. I'm very bad at ammo conservation.
You gave the best introduction a best friend could ask for while you do a commentary over his character and his playthrough of his Zane.
This part's pretty easy, I think, you know? You just wait for your sentinel to mark something. You don't even need to shoot it. Well, you can, it helps, but you don't have to because they freeze, all the enemies freeze. You're sitting here in your little bubble shield like you're from Halo. Call me Master Chief. And I'm just gonna run through here. This is pretty basic stuff, you know? They're ratches, they're frozen, they're not really a risk at all. They're just gonna use the same couple weapons. I have 4, but really all you need is the Dictator after they're frozen. So we're gonna use the Maggie and freeze them.
So the best part
rinse and repeat.
The best part about this commentary is if you made it this far, what we're doing right now is I, Drew, on FlipBros, completed a solo run through with my Cryo Zane and sent it over to my friend Jeremy, who is
It's a lie.
who also plays on FlipBros. We stream every Wednesday together.
It's a lie.
And I said, hey, Jeremy, for the audience who watch our, no bullshit farming videos, can you just commentate freestyle over my Zane's build? So it's really funny that the Sentinels freeze because.
All right, hold on. I gotta pause here. I'm getting a little scared by the enemies. Even though I'm almost done with this section, they start to get pretty scared.
Jeremy, what if I told you
how to
that
fight?
people freeze based on crits, not on Sentinel?
Does not matter. Just gonna get some more ammo because, as you can see, I'm almost out of it. And while it may be true that Drew has a Cryo Zane, this is live. I'm coming at you live, not a playback at all. And
Have you ever played Zane before?
I play Zane all the time. That's how I farmed all this gear, actually.
Is it your main boss?
I do play Maz, but in my spare time, Zane main.
Alright. What is my other skill? I got
So
this
you got your little
Sentinel
Sentinel boy and your little bubble shield
Alright, what's the
as
bubble-
Zane.
What's the bubble
because
shield called?
Zane's in Zane. I never actually read the skills. I just I pick them after I read the effects. So you're just gonna have to pause the video at the beginning
Before you get hurt.
and just go through it. These death balls are really annoying. I can't hit them, so I just spam shots and pray for the best.
Ferocity is my middle name.
Luckily, there aren't too many of them, and my Sentinel does most of the work anyway. The door is open, but I feel like it's better to clean up all of these enemies instead of doing a speed run. We're gonna do a full clear, except for the enemies that I skip, but don't worry about those. It's a full clear. You can see here I'm on Mayhem 4. I didn't mention that earlier, but this is just, very difficult. Alright, I mentioned it was easy earlier, but very hard actually. No legendaries have dropped yet though, so.
Wait, you didn't see the 3 legendaries with anointments? Also, what gun did you just switch to?
Just switch to my brainstormer
You saw it?
here,
Oh no, wait, because
because there are lots of enemies in close proximity.
This is your run, so you know that.
Yeah, I switched to my brainstormer. That's what I said. Now, it's not going to help me for these armored enemies, these little doggos, but luckily we've got a little surprise for the doggos.
That was a little too close to looking at the sound and recording. So Jeremy, teach me a little bit about Zane. I see you have a bunch of skills activated at the bottom. Could you explain to me what some of those do?
So if you look at the skills on the bottom there near the mayhem symbol, and you look at them from left to right, let me just give you a run through what those do while I shoot these boys. The left one is many guns. It gives me a bonus when I switch guns, so I've only been switching between 2 weapons, which is why there's a multiplier of 2. The next one is, caustic grenade kill skill. And, well, many of these are kill skills, but that one, you see all the damage that's happening, that's definitely because of that one. Next to that, you've got landmine, which is because when enemies get close to me, sometimes they explode. That's what that buff, it's a buff, does that. Protects me quite well, I think, along with this bubble shield. And there's so many enemies. The one in the middle is the mayhem modifier.
Making sure that people watching this game understand that you do play this game.
To the left of that, you've got explosions aplenty. It causes my bullets to do bonus explosive damage. And then you come to the right side of the mayhem modifier, and all 3 of those are actually the same, but there's a bug on this patch that causes them to display as 3 separate buffs. And what those do is basically just more elemental damage to all of my attacks. It's nothing too special.
Interesting. So on the Cryo Zane build, we have a caustic skill and an explosive skill, but what makes him Cryo?
Well, you see, that's the secret in the pudding of life here. The extra cryo damage comes from the anointments on all of the weapons that I showed off earlier. I have this very cool anointment on many weapons, including a speed load and Hellwalker, that gives me bonus cryo damage when I activate Sentinel.
That's my Christmas wish, guys. If I ever find a Maggie that has cryo damage.
Look at these legendaries. Awesome. Not useful. Don't need that. And, maybe there's something good there, but not today. Slide. Here. Refill ammo. Like I said, I go through it faster than you would believe. Just gonna rebuff and look at my items again. This is also a great pause strat when you wanna take a break. You just hit tab in a single player game and the game does not progress. Bet a lot of people didn't know that.
Thought you were gonna pull off a glitch with like pause buffering or something.
Here we are at the Valkyrie squad. There's Sigdrifta, Hildy, and Rhoda. My favorite is Hildy here. I kill her first. But, you can't show favorites, so gotta spread the damage out across all of the Valkyries. As soon as you get rid of their shields, they go hide anyway, so there you go, invulnerable. And I'm just gonna pause again real quick here. When they get into this phase, they spawn a lot of ads, which prolongs the fight a bit more than I like, but it is a lot of good experience here. Great place to run through if you're just trying to farm up XP, get those Guardian ranks, whatever they're called in this game. And here we go, Sigdrifta, as I mentioned previously, my favorite to kill first, has spawn, get them down to half HP.
What?
And they become invulnerable again. More ads, another round. You're seeing a pattern here. This happens like about 20 times that they will go invulnerable and you'll have to kill a bunch of enemies. But that is okay because this build makes me invincible, which is pretty funny because I'm going to go kill Wotan the Invincible. Hildy! Right. Hildy spawned again, or is no longer invulnerable, Just gonna spray some radiation. Nope, that's not right. Some cryo. Because that's what deals damage to armor. More ads, headshots. As you can tell, I'm always aiming for the head. That is a reflex from Counter-Strike when I used to play that. It doesn't actually help you in this game that much, but it's just something that I do. Anyway, now that we've completed... Yeah, there you go. See, immune again. We got them down all to half HP, or 40% or so, but we've still got quite a ways to go. More of these doggos. Sometimes I don't like switching weapons, even though I really only switch between two, and I end up using the Brainstormer even against enemies with armor.
I thought for sure that you were gonna point out me shooting the floor with like 10 misses.
Ah, and there we go. Valkyrie's dead. I have very much damage over time. And so just gonna pause real quick to readjust my stuff. Clean up these ads. Like I said, this is a full clear. We're not just gonna speed run this. We're really gonna show you all what it's like to clear everything. Switch to the Dictator, it shoots very quickly. Battle Wolf, luckily not a hack hound, those guys are OP. Badass just melts like butter. Look what I found, the duck. Actually not a bad pistol, but I don't really need it. Don't know what this is, so I'm just gonna... The high item score. Maybe I'll pick that up, yeah. But this is useless. I don't need this. Alright.
I definitely picked it up.
Look at the other items. Maybe fall to my death really quickly. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Not gonna do that. That would be foolish. That would be... Oh. Is that a legendary down there? Oh, I'm a little salty. So, alright, get the scope out. Let's see. I have no idea what that is. Pretty sure it's the gun that I need, though, as it always is.
You know that was a Maggie with a cryo anointment, I promise.
Fill up on ammo. Some out again. Onward we go. Next section is a little bit harder than the first section, which is why we're gonna buff up again here. A lot more badasses, a lot more heavy boys. They are no match for my Greave ability. See, there's the radiation explosion from the bonus elemental damage. Just get this guy as he comes off the roof. Shoot the barrel so it doesn't explode me later.
Oh, that was the first thing I think that you got correct on this entire run. Oh, did it shoot that barrel?
I missed that barrel. It's okay, this guy is easy to kill because I am in Zane. In Zane plays. Never die. You get bonus experience if you get a second wind anyway. Maybe.
Don't you get bonus experience if you pick them up during second wind?
No, you definitely get it if you're,
Everybody gets bullets.
Ooh, that guy's a storm chucker. Okay. I'm not gonna use the brainstormer on him. I really wish I had my transformer on right now. It's fine, everything's fine. Just pop him in the dome piece. He's no match for 40 bullets. Oh, I heard that. Don't need it though, full clear. We're moving on.
I hope the YouTube community likes this video, because I love this video.
What was that? Oh my god, he was invisible, but that's fine. Sentinel marked him, just as it tends to do. You know what, I will look at this, just in case, but disappointed yet again. Alright. This is possibly the longest section of the entire game, but I will speed through it.
The full clear.
With a full clear, of course. I'm just gonna kill all of the enemies very quickly. Oh, hello. Alright, back into the corner, heal a little bit. Camp a little bit. Alright, there we go.
You learn camping Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Deadly.
Not much to talk about for this part. They're just running to me because they're scared of my power, my abilities. Head, boom, headshot if you will. These guys have a shield. Another good reason that you should just aim for the head at all times. Shield will reflect bullets, and they deal 4 times as much damage coming back to you that they would have hitting the enemy. Enemies also tend to have about 10 times as much HP as you do, which is fine for this build, but many builds struggle to kill on Mayhem, or not mine though. So I came up with the idea for this build after I picked up a laser exploder. Actually, it was kind of a funny story. I was farming the Captain Trant enemy and got a laser exploder world drop. At the time was not looking for that, was looking for the Tank Man's shield, which believe it or not is a sniper rifle, but instead got the laser exploder. It wasn't a cryo laser exploder, but it did have the anointment on it, and I thought, what if cryo? So at around that time I got off of Amara and I decided to start a Zane character, and I painstakingly went through the campaign on normal and true Vault Hunter modes. That took about 45 minutes, and after that I started farming up the items. Luckily I actually found some in my bank, my stash in Sanctuary, so I really only needed to get the proper anointment on everything.
Jeremy, how come your Sentinel and the Barrier are not running?
So the Sentinel and Barrier don't run out because I have a kill skill equipped that makes it so that they last a longer period of time. So you see they're active and they're just going to be recharging every time I get a kill or activate a kill skill. Now back to the real story here.
Come on, come on, come on!
Farmed my items through Vault Hunter mode. I actually farmed on Mayhem 3 because without the full build, Mayhem 4 was slightly out of reach. Not too bad, but it would have just taken a really long time. And I didn't have time for... Ooh! Hyperion Sentinel.
Looks like a baddie.
Maybe I'll look at that later. I'm a little busy right now. As you can see, just using the Brainstormer on an armored enemy again. Doesn't really matter what you use, as long as you're doing damage. Not gonna reload my Dictator before I put it away. Hopefully that doesn't bite me later. Need a quick swap though, because there are all these doggos on my butt. You may have noticed that I don't throw a single grenade in this run. That's normal.
Got any more for the meat grinder?
Instead, I got the 2 action skills. That's an ability that Zane can do because he's in Zane, original joke that I haven't used before. More hovering balls that I can never hit.
Real talk, your Sentinel throws grenades.
That's a lie. The last few are the hardest. God, they take forever. Even when you hit their crit spot. If only I had a corrosive weapon or something. What is this? I used to want those, but turns out they're not that good. Alright, now you got a few of these guys. They always spawn over here. I really like that they're all grouped up. If I had some grenades, I would throw them, but I do not, so instead I will hope that they kill each other when I shoot their little backpacks and explode. What have we here? Cool shield, don't need it. Let's go.
Where are we going now, Jeremy?
Get some more armor. Sorry, not armor. Get some more ammo. Pause the game real fast. Crack my knuckles. And we're on. Now, if you've never gone through this fight, this part is truly stunning. You come into this room, and the floor is already fucking broken, so someone's been here. But anyway, here we are. I'll wait for the real intro. It's Wotan, the Invincible. Black screen. And now I'll show you that I am more invincible than he is. I hate these shields that you can't get through. It's fine. It's fine. By the way, this is the Cutsman. Very underrated weapon. Do you see it just cuts through shields and armor? I've got 2 of them because of how good it is. More invulnerability. This fight's pretty straightforward. He goes invulnerable. You shoot around his shield. Then you shoot his armor. He starts jumping around in this phase. It's fine. He's not like one of those floating balls. He just jumps like once or twice. Shoots down these missiles that'll probably kill me in one hit, but I am very agile and dodge all of them, including that one. Just gotta get in the shield for this one, because you gotta be able to shoot off his shield. Goes down very quickly. It's a very easy shield kill. Doing the same thing we did before, just running around, juking all of the things. At this point in the fight, he separates, and I think this is a strange decision because I feel like at this point I've really won. You're fighting parts of Wotan now.
So therefore he's no longer invincible to his parts.
The original Wotan is no more.
Right.
See that?
And as you can
it's
see,
basically how Voldemort split his soul, right?
exactly, just shoot the brain. Remember that one guy in Borderlands 2? After you go get Brick? You go get Brick, and there's that one guy clapping for you. That's what the brain reminds me of. That guy.
What is it? Ace McShooty?
No. He's just clapping after you kill all of the...
Sarcastic slap.
Yeah, the sarcastic slap. More floating enemies. Now, at this point, the mission's basically done, but you got Wotan's better half floating around still. We killed Wotan. I think this is kind of like when you stomp on a daddy long legs and it continues moving for a while even though it's dead. But we'll put it out of its misery. Hopefully it'll drop some more legendaries. See what we've got. I'm psyched to see. Just gonna run over, collect all the money first. Money. Garbage.
Yes, that was garbage.
I don't need this. Not good. Oh, okay. It's got the right anointment, so I'll take it. Turn it. Is that a V system? Whatever. Oh, what's in this pile? Scourge. I like this weapon. Consumes all of its ammo in one shot. You have to reload, but that's fine. Oh. Neat shield. Another Sentinel synergy. Maybe I could make use of this. Yeah. Okay. Hot. Well, that is Wotan the Invincible. That's all I need. Some more ammo.
Your in Zane build was nuts. That you guys made the Malwan takedown look like nothing I'm making for.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That's it. If you would like to see more of this great content, subscribe, follow, like, share this video or any video by FlipBros. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.